Anyway, hey, we got this other side of the car. We're going to crank on this side over here. And just get the strut out right there. We started by getting one bolt out right there. And this should go pretty straightforward. We're not going to try and do the strut, spring removal ourselves. We're just going to take it and have that done. So as that compresses, it's going to open up these rungs, these little, I don't know, whatever you want to call them down in here. They'll get exposed until I get to that circlip. I'm going to take that circlip, which is sitting just up underneath here, and I'm going to move that circlip up, and that's going to take care of this. Do that on both sides. And we'll get this thing compressed, get my ride height set. Alright, now taking my little template apart, I can take my template and I can lay it out on top of my bar stock here. This is actually an angle iron. I didn't think a piece of straight metal was going to be strong enough, so I went with this. And anyway, lay it out like this. Chop it off right down through that section right there. Got to break it into 6 pieces. So after who knows how much time, I got one of them dremelled. I think I got to come up with something better. It just isn't fast enough. Alright, and working through this, I've been building these things, and I don't know what it'd take, 45 minutes to an hour to chop one off, so that's like, represents about 2 hours. I just got tired anyways. It took me 2 days to get that, and then I'm sitting around thinking, I gotta have something better than this, and I've got a circular saw, but then I thought, wait a minute, I also have a miter saw. Of course I use my one miter saw for woodworking, but I thought, well, I can just get myself a cutoff blade. So I went and bought a cutoff blade, and then I cracked it out, and it turns out I already had a cutoff blade on it for metal. I'm like, I certainly don't remember doing anything, but hey, I got what I need, and I've started to cut. If I can focus in. So who knows, that represents like, what, a minute? So this is going to be an awful lot faster than it was before. And of course, this is what it looks like. Alright, so there it is. That one didn't take too terribly long. I'm not going to be able to hear anything when I'm done, but anyway, I cut it until there was just that little tiny bit left, and then I just snapped it. 5 down, last one to go. So excited. And there they are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still have to chop a little tiny bit across the edges right here. These need to fit, these got to fit tight each corner, so you take a little piece off there, a little piece off right there, and where's this one? A little piece off over here. Anyway, do that on each of these. You put a bolt down here, bolt down there, bolt down there, and bolt, bolt, bolt. And you surround it around the outside of the strut assembly and then start cranking. Alright, so I've got some of the holes drilled. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 2 to go. But then, of course, I have to do the other end. And it's starting to get hot out here. The shade's not going to last forever. It tends to cool off a little bit, which is real nice. Makes it easier to work out here. But I got 3 of these guys set up with 2 holes now, and my drill's gotten so hot I can't hardly touch it, so I'm going to let that cool off for a bit. I'm going to try and assemble this portion of the thing, attach it to the strut, and let's see how that goes. Took a little bit of adjusting, but I got these guys in there. Wasn't too bad. Anyway, got it bolted in right there now. Closer. Now that I've got this piece built, I can use these as an improvement on my guideline over my little pink template over there. So Second round's going to be easier. Casualty of the process. I've stripped my drill bit. Not my drill bit, my actual drill. I was running a 1/2 incher and it caught and it just went zit, and I'm like, oh, it's fried. Unfortunately, I had to back up. I don't remember when or why I bought this thing, but anyway, this nuts. You know, it's like heavier duty, but it's not variable speed, so I don't like it as much. But hey, it finished it off. Alright, the contraption is ready to be cranked on. I don't know how much more centering I need to do. It's actually not too bad. But, let's take a look at how close we gotta get it. Alright, the circlips sits, I think, down 1 notch. So the circlips down 1 notch, and you come under there, and you can see that 1 notch is exposed. So, I gotta drop the thing about 2.5 inches. It should be totally doable. Okay, let's give that a little bit of a yank and show you what we got. Ah, check it out, the circlips exposed. Yes. We're not there yet. Alright, down underneath here. Let's see, where can you, yeah, you can see kind of right there. I'll focus in. I put a little score on it, so that I know when I picked it up whether or not I have it far enough. And there it is, that's the top one. So I've got clearance all the way down. I can set this thing wherever I want it now. So it's got to drop from there. I got to drop it 1.5 inches. Put it on the second one from the top, because they tell you not to put it all the way to the top. Alright, let's do that. Alright, I've flipped it upside down so I don't have to battle gravity all the time. Got my handy circlip spreaders out so I get the job done. Just going to lay it down sideways now. I'm just going to put this on the ground, see if I can't get this all done at one time here. I can video and show it working all at the same time. Let's see here. Yeah, you can kind of see what I'm doing. All right. Okay, that's the right spot. All I got to do is release it now. Look at that. Oh, man. All right, other than blowing my drill, this entire contraption only cost me about 40 bucks. So, you know, I couldn't get it installed. You know, I had to take it to a place to get it installed. So the installation of just the bolt, just getting that nut up there, I couldn't get the thing compressed enough to get the nut on. But I found a place you could get the nut compressed. You just couldn't get it to the right setting. But anyway, each side was 56 bucks. So 56, 112, and 40, and at 100 and what's that? $156 on top of the parts. Yeesh. All right, there it is. We're back to being loose. Got this one, that one. This guy, just a little disassembly, just in time. The sun is about ready to come into the garage. It's about ready to get baking hot, so I'm done until this evening. I'll disassemble it later. All right, so there you go. Struts installed. No major problems getting it in there. Get the order right. You know, it's like attach it at the top, and then you attach it at the bottom. I always get that backwards. Trying to line it up at the bottom first, and then the top never goes in. So, live and learn. But anyway. So we got some clearance there. That's the incorrect clearance. There's definitely more clearance on this side, and you can really feel it. If I step on a bumper here, and I like bounce up and down on it, I stick my hand in here. All right, I'm not squishing my fingers like that. Now if I get on this side, which got the incorrect spacing, all right, my fingers are almost getting crushed right there, and I just barely tap on it. My fingers are getting squashed. Ah, that's going to be much better. Get that other side done here, just a sec. Alrighty, we got the passenger side off. There's our hole. We got this. Let's see here. If we look down inside this, this assembly here should rotate versus this thing right here, which means that down in there and up here there are two washers, and the two washers got reversed. And the fat one goes at the bottom, the thin one goes at the top, and the fat one at the bottom allows enough space between the various components to allow this to rotate versus this. And you gotta have that. Anyway, I'm gonna apply my contraption, we're gonna compress this thing and move that circlip. I do. Starting position, time to crank on it. There we go, all compressed, fully exposed. That's the absolute top one right there. So we gotta go to this one right here. See if we can get this all done nice and easy while simultaneously trying to hold the camera. There it is. I've got to just release it. So there it is, all crammed down. Takes a good bit of cramming to get it there. Alright, now while I've got it like this, we're going to disassemble this nut right here, and we're going to flip those two washers around. Like I say, this top piece, you know, this needs to spin relative to, if I can show it, that piece right there. This is attached to the entire assembly, so when you turn this, you know, when you turn the steering wheel like this, you know, this piece up here needs to turn. So the way to do that is to get these two pieces reversed. So I'll get that out of the way. Pop this out. Okay, you see that one? That's the fat one. Fat one goes on the bottom. See that one? That one's skinny. Skinny one goes up top. Fat one goes down on the bottom right there. Let's get some of the crud off of it. Get it on there again. Alright, so that guy goes there. Let's get this guy out of the way temporarily. There you go. It's probably not real beautiful. Got this little guy. It's kind of a dust protector. Get that guy on next. Alright, this guy goes on. Something like that. Gets nice and tight down in there and still rotates. Take the skinny one, drop it on. Take your lock washer, drop it in there. And it's just a matter of tightening it all back up again. Okay, it is all loosened up. We got these guys all done around there. All the tension's back in there. All set on this end. Let's flip it around real quick. Hang on. And then up here at the top. That's the way it's supposed to work. It's supposed to spin relative to all the rest of that stuff. So we're good to go. So there it is. We're all bolted in down at there. Bolted in up at the top. All twist the way it's supposed to. It's a bit stiff, but it does work. Nice and smooth. Passenger side looks good.